మళ్ళీ పూజ చేయడానికి. వాడికి 8 మంది భార్యలో 16,000 మంది కాంప్లిమెంట్స్. ఎందుకు వాడికి? Gods must have, I can have only one wife, they should have 8, and it's difficult for me to get one street walker, and he had 16,000 compliments he had. But criminal, he handed over 10,000 soldiers and had them all killed in the war. He was a black key. He joined his enemies, that guy. You don't understand the real story.
Krishna.
And Krishna means black. You know that word. They didn't like that word black, and so they changed it into Neelavarna. I know all about these guys. More than most people. It's English book. And as I always say, you know that the word Hindu is not a Sanskrit word, it's a Persian word. When the Aryans came into this country, they found the natives here black. So it is the religion of the blackies. And also something they could not figure out. That was the word they used. It's not the way we were taught that it is from Indus Valley. It's not even a Sanskrit word, the Hindu. Hindu means black. Because that was the religion of the blackies here. And they elaborated that, saying that they could not figure out what their beliefs were, their things were. It's not a Sanskrit word. All the stories, the Indus Valley civilization, not located in that particular area. Later on they found through some of the excavations, so it spread from the west coast to the east coast, even Bangladesh. So the historians will tell us all kinds of stories. Like the way they are teaching the Indian history to the boys, it's not the same history we did in our time, 60 years or 65 years ago. No. What's that?
మీకోసము మా కోసము వస్తాడు. పోయినసారి కామెంట్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు పెళ్లి చూపులు అవడము అని
తొందర. She will be very successful in England, not in America. Probably she will go to England. Let me see what it is to give some comfort to the guys around him with this article. Quoted a verse from Gita and said that Krishna and this Krishna are saying the same thing. Oh, I'm going to teach this guy a lesson. I said to myself, you are comparing me to that Krishna, it is an insult to me. That blackie. And then I said, amongst the 3 great acharyas, I admire Madhvacharya the most. And he thought that I would say something great about that. He started moving to why sir. I said, it turned out Udupi cooks. And it is possible for us to have idlis and dosas in New York and London and Hong Kong instead of. And Brahmachari got up and he wanted to strangle him. How can you say these things to this guy? That's all I said. I don't care for that. So now it is easy. In Hong Kong they went and ate idli. In London, New York they closed down because they were not doing well. In London still they have 2-3. When I was there before the war, there was only one Indian restaurant, Viras. He told him this guy, your friend Krishnamurti, was Vemana in his previous life.
Yogi Vemana. That's why you like it. Except in the last aspect, where they said that he was filmic only. The last aspect, he left his bodies in 3 places and other things on there. Adanta they are the limits for the film making, sir. It's not simply that he would have just disappeared.
He would have disappeared. That's all. And then he created, you see, his disciples started talking about him. That is not the end of the guy.
అందుకనే క్లియర్ గా చెప్పగలుగుతున్నారు. అప్పుడు జరిగింది అందుకనే క్లియర్ గా చెప్పగలుగుతున్నారు.
So that means he remembers the past.
I will also tell you something you don't
Yogi
know.
Vemana is from Anantapuram Jilla.
There is another record. I've said this hundreds of times, and you will say the same thing, same words. I don't know why you are not moved. That's amazing. I admire the people. I am telling you, and in this part I will tell you very tough. You see, it's there important. Very important. You see, that is not important.
And according to their new theory, male menopause will come after 40 years, and then the part belly abdomen for men. That usually happens so that happens, and then the weak libido, sexual desire will be less.
That is to protect,
And bone will become very thin, and more easy fractures. And general weakness will be there, and depression, psychological depression will be there, and loss of memory will be there. And in the blood, the testosterone level will come down.
now what about a 65-year-old woman giving birth to a child? What's happening? See, all these ecosystems, you are there. You know that actually, Hillary Bitch I call, you see, it's also to the age factor.
It's natural.
Very nice. Hillary Bitch.
All these symptoms were there.
I use
90% of the people will start believing it.
Prime Minister of England. He made a statement.
And out of that, even 73% were to take the medicine. Yes. So they get.
That girls should not make love before they are 21. And my response to that, if nature intended that way, see, they should all mature around 21st or 20th year and not when they are 13 or 14. That is one. The second thing, what is happening there in America, see, the next day, when she made a statement, the Washington Post carried a piece on her daughter, the fun she is having with all her boyfriends. And then you see, when she moved away from Washington to study in Stanford University, mother and father visited, and her boyfriend and she also were there at the lunch, you see. So what they tell others, they don't have to observe themselves. You see, why she made. Not only that, now recently, they have found that girls are maturing in their 8th and 9th year. I am telling you, some of them are pregnant. Even you see, where do you draw the line? What do we know of nature? We really don't know. Not only in America, in Germany and in England, there are instances like this. You know? So why, you see, probably that is the nature's way of reducing, you see, the demand to have sex every hour on the hour. Using that, you see, as an instrument of pleasure. That's what we are doing, you see. With the help of thought, it has become possible for humans to have sex at any time they want, whether there is a demand for it or not. So it has become an instrument of pleasure. Eating has become an instrument of pleasure. God is the ultimate pleasure. You see, we invented God for that purpose. So where do you draw the line, you see? So the men also lose the demand for sex, and women, probably that is the age difference also. You see, the women must satisfy, so it continues. There is an age difference, 10 years difference between men and women, the marriages, you see. So we don't know anything about anything. What do you know? See, if it is a question of me accepting anything, and I will accept what we have discovered through the help of medical technology, through science, but not what those guys talked about, the religious people talked about. If it is a question of accepting this. So even statistical evidence is not satisfactory to me, it is only 50-50. 51st thing, you see, proves that it is not. So how can you accept? But what you know about the human body is amazing. But what you do not know about the human body is immense, you see. You don't know nothing about the human body. So when you study the human body, you are not using the living bodies, you see. What all you find through your research projects and then taking the pictures of all that, what you are reading there is the projection of your own ideations and meditations. This I have trouble with a lot of brain physiologists and psychologists who come to see me. I say that brain plays a very, very minor role in this living organism. So I maintain it is not a creator. Brain cannot create anything. It is only a reactor. It is reacting. And memory, as the students of psychology, we were memorizing that nonsensical thing to recall a specific thing at a specific time. That is the definition of our memory, you see. So the recalling is not there, you see. You are responsible for that, but not there. Not there. Where are they? Where are they in the brain, or what are those neurons you are talking about? You see, what gives you the illusion that there are two, you see, is that I give the two examples. You go out, you see, and say hi, and a few seconds after, you hear your own voice. Have you noticed that sometimes in person? And sometimes when you are on the telephone, these satellites, you are trying to talk to somebody either in England or America, somewhere, you hear first whatever you are saying.
Echo.
Echo, you see, echo. So if you accept my statement, you have to, there is no other way. You can't brush this aside. The moment you see thought is born there, you see there is a gap and repeats itself. Then the illusion that there are two, you understand, is born out of that. It is like an echo chamber here. And nothing but sound. Everything is sound there. It repeats itself. And that gives you the illusion that there is somebody who is making these sounds. Not at all. Just go out and say hi, and after a few seconds you hear the same thing. You can even talk there and it comes back. So that is all there is to it, sound. You see, if you teach these children, the way you are teaching, you see, how you are putting that, you see, that you know that, you see, they repeat, if you teach, you see. The clock is such an obsession with us. First you teach in English language 1, 2, 3, and then the Italians teach them in a way, Telugu, Tamil, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is how they keep repeating it, and then it is put in the computer. You understand? And you have to operate the computer to find out. But this is not a self-initiated. See, nothing is self-initiated here. The computer is not interested in bringing out